Should you upgrade to lithium? We are upgrading this J109 to find out. The goal is to increase battery capacity, get faster battery charging and save a little weight. This boat is used mainly for racing, so every little helps. We are removing a 140 Ah AGM house battery and replacing it with a 230 Ah LiPo 4 battery from Fogstar. Time to start disconnecting and removing all the old equipment and get the new bits fitted. A lithium battery will allow us to discharge as low as 20%, giving us 184 Ah of usable power from our 230 Ah battery. With the charging system we are fitting, we will be able to fully recharge the battery in less than 3 hours. The old AGM only had a usable capacity of around 70 Ah, as they shouldn't be discharged more than 50%, so we will have gained a great deal more capacity with the new battery, without using up any more space in the battery compartment. As part of the boat's winter refit, a replacement engine has been installed, but we are not upgrading the alternator at the moment, as we want to see how it performs first. Last year, we upgraded the boat's Victron 30 amp battery charger to a Christec 60 amp Y-Power Plus Shore Power unit, which combines the consumer unit for a neater install. We also added a charge splitter with 2 outputs, so the alternator could charge the house and energy battery with no volt drop. Charging offshore with this system was still very slow, and we typically only saw 25 amps getting to the house battery from the alternator, which was not really good enough. Time for another upgrade. New items we will be installing are a Fogstar LiPo 4 230 Ah battery. This is built-in BMS, so a separate module won't be needed. A new Christec RCB Plus, which is a smart relay that will couple 2 different battery types when a positive charge is detected. You can also regulate the output to prevent working an alternator too hard, causing it to overheat. We will also use the regulator to prevent all the charge going to the lithium battery and save some for the engine start battery. To easily monitor the batteries, we will add a Christec touchscreen battery monitor, which has a large, easy to read display, which can monitor up to 5 battery banks, but we just have the 2 on this boat. Charging the lithium battery will be the Christec Y-Power Plus charger, which are fanless and silent operating, a real good charger. We decided to reuse the old Victron 30 amp charger removed last year for charging the engine start battery. This will allow the full power of the main charger solely for charging the house lithium battery and not compromise the charge curve to take into account the lead acid battery. This schematic shows how the whole system will be wired. With the old battery removed, the new battery slips into the same space and we can begin connecting up the battery. With the battery safely secured, the new battery isolator, fuse and the shunt for the battery monitor is installed into the space. The battery splitter will not be needed for the new installation, as the new RCB Plus connects to the engine start battery. Cables will need to be increased to carry the larger current the lithium battery can absorb and prevent any volt drop. The lithium will charge at much higher rates than the conventional batteries, so ensuring the cables are big enough is important. You must think of lithium as a complete system rather than a battery replacement. With final connections made, we can fire everything up. Switch the charger back on and configure it to LiPo 4. The Christec app makes this an easy job. The battery also has a nice little handy app. We can check battery state and cycle life. Cycle life on this battery is 4,000 cycles, which is huge compared to the AGMs, which typically have about 1,000 life cycles. A cycle is how many full discharges it can do before the battery is expired. We can now get the engine started to check alternator output. You can see on this multimeter the alternator is outputting over 100 amps, which is not bad for a 115 amp rated alternator. We can set the RCB Plus to send 70% of the alternator power to the lithium house battery and the remaining to the engine start battery. So was this worth it? Most definitely. The additional battery capacity and higher operating voltage made the whole boat operate a whole lot better with no navigation equipment crashes due to low voltage. Much faster battery charging, so a great result. Thanks for watching.